Welcome back. If you remember last week, I brought you Filamentive's carbon fiber, and this week, it's Filamentive Woodfill. Now, if you remember last week's video, I had nothing but praise the entire time for Filamentive's carbon fiber for how easy it was to print. And this week is no exception. This is quite possibly one of the easiest filaments I've had. It prints just as easy as your standard PLA, even though it's actually not a wood and PLA composite. This is actually a wood and PETG composite. Now, I didn't find that out until a little bit after I did a bunch of printing with it. So all of my settings are standard base PLA settings. And that is 210 degrees Celsius on the print nozzle, about 45 degrees Celsius on the print bed, and about 55 millimeters a second on the print speed. Now, with this I've had nothing but success. And just because I'm very fond of Filamentive's carbon fiber, I'm not just blowing out steam here trying to get you guys to buy this. I'll let the results speak for themselves. And as I did last week, where I printed a few different models and I finished them, this week's no exception. This week I printed the skull again, but instead of sanding it like I did with the carbon fiber, all I did was polyurethane it. Now, it is about 10 coats of polyurethane, and I did sand in between each layer, as I did with the carbon fiber, but I didn't sand this one for one reason, and I wanted all the layer heights, all the layers to be seen in this at 200 microns. That way it'd kind of have a wood grain kind of look. Now, I'll include a close-up of this at the end of the video, and I also have another model that I did that has no finish to it, and this is one of those monthly calendar blocks that you see sitting on office desk. And finally, I brought you this SD card block. Now, this is quite possibly one of my favorite models that I've printed out of the Woodfill. And that's because not only did I polyurethane this, but I also sanded it slightly, just enough to keep some of the layer lines visible, but to also kind of make it more look like a grain. And with that, I actually stained it with mahogany stain, just standard mahogany wood stain. Now, I did that with a standard cloth, and I just put very thin layers and let it completely dry in between layers. Now, I didn't sand in between layers, and it has gotten this really dark look in between all the layer lines, which you can see in the close-up video. And after I stained it, I went over about 3 times with polyurethane. And with this one again, I did sand in between the layers of the polyurethane. Now, if you have any comments or like to air your opinion, please comment below and let me know how I'm doing. If you want to see anything else in the future, please comment below. Thank you.